For years, we've all been treating cybersecurity training like a once-a-year chore, something to just check off a list. But here's the thing. While we've been doing that, attackers have started using AI, and they're moving at machine speed. This has created a really dangerous imbalance, and that annual checkbox, it's not just outdated, it's actually an active liability for your business.
So this forces us to ask a really tough question, especially at the leadership level. That money you're spending on security training, is it actually making you safer? Or is it just buying you a false sense of security that's going to completely fall apart the second it gets hit with a modern threat?
Okay, take a look at this. This graph introduces a concept we're calling the vulnerability window. We're going to break this down in just a minute, but I want you to focus on that big, widening gap you see. Understanding what that gap represents is absolutely key to understanding the material risk your company is probably facing right now, whether you know it or not.
All right, part one, the new reality. To really get a handle on this problem, we have to accept a hard truth. The cyber battlefield isn't what it used to be. We're in a whole new world now, one that's defined by a massive fundamental asymmetry between the attackers and us, the defenders.
Think about how we've trained our people over the years. It started out as pure compliance, right? Just generic modules to check a box for the auditors. Then we got a little smarter and moved to things like infrequent phishing tests. But today, because the threats are changing so fast, the only thing that works is an approach focused on creating real, measurable, and continuous behavioral change.
And here's why everything has changed so dramatically. We are not talking about those generic, misspelled emails from a foreign prince anymore. Attackers are using AI to craft hyper-personalized phishing attacks that look completely legitimate. They're automating malware, generating convincing deepfake audio and video, and finding and exploiting vulnerabilities in minutes, not days or weeks.
Okay, so what's the consequence of all this? This new reality of AI-powered attacks has a direct and dangerous effect. It creates and stretches open that vulnerability window we saw a minute ago. It turns a simple internal training gap into a massive external liability for the entire organization. So let's go back to this graph, because this is absolutely critical. That red line going up, that's AI attack sophistication, and it's always climbing. And the blue line, that's your employees' knowledge after a one-time annual training session. See how it spikes and then immediately starts to decay? Forgetting happens fast. That huge, ever-growing space between those two lines, that is your company's exposure. That is your risk.
And this is where we get to the heart of the problem. Relying on that blue line, celebrating that 95% of people click through the annual training, is a practice we call compliance theater. It's when we focus on vanity metrics, like completion rates, instead of asking the only question that matters: did the training actually make us safer? From a governance standpoint, this is a massive failure because it hides real risk.
And make no mistake, a failure like that doesn't stay locked inside your company. When an employee eventually clicks the wrong link, and it's a matter of when, not if, it sets off a chain reaction. We call this the cascading blast radius, a single human mistake that ripples outward, affecting every single one of your stakeholders.
So who gets hit? Well, first, it's your customers. Their data gets exposed and the trust you've built evaporates. Then, it ripples out to your partners and your supply chain. Suddenly, you're the source of the infection, and you're looking at contractual liabilities. And finally, it hits your investors in the market, triggered by SEC disclosures and tough questions about the board's oversight, which leads directly to D&O liability.
And this isn't some abstract theoretical risk. We're talking about real money, nearly $4.5 million. That was the average cost of a data breach last year. And the vast majority of these are triggered by that same human factor we're talking about. This isn't just an IT problem. It is a material financial event.
And as if that financial risk wasn't enough, you've got immense regulatory pressure breathing down your neck. Under the new SEC rules, you have just four business days to disclose a material cyber incident to the public. There is no time to figure things out. The punishment from the market for being unprepared is swift and brutal.
Okay, so that's the problem, and those are the consequences. It's pretty stark, but there's a response. And the only logical way to counter a threat that's moving at machine speed is to use a defense that's just as fast and just as smart. The mandate is simple. You have to fight AI with AI.
And this table really lays it all out, side by side. On the left, you've got the old way. Annual, one-size-fits-all, and measuring if someone just clicked complete. It's a liability. And on the right, the new model. Continuous, adaptive, personalized, to each person's role, and measuring actual risk reduction. This isn't just a better version of training. It's a fundamentally different approach. one that's built for resilience. So here's the bottom line, the key takeaway for every single person in a leadership position. The choice between these two models is no longer just a training decision. It is a baseline indicator of your entire organization's risk management maturity. And I promise you, regulators, insurers, and investors are starting to see it exactly that way too.
So how does this actually work in the real world? Well, it's a continuous, adaptive cycle. Think of it like a living immune system for your organization. The system uses AI to spot new threats out in the wild. It instantly updates training content to match. It then delivers that new training right when it's needed to the people who are most at risk. And then it measures the change in behavior, and the whole cycle starts over again. It's a living defense, not a static, dusty course.
All right, this brings us to part 4. And honestly, this is the most important piece. Understanding all this is great, but it's pretty useless without action. This isn't just a suggestion. This is the new mandate for the board and for senior leadership. So what's the directive? It's actually very clear, and there are 3 steps. First, call compliance theater what it is, a structural vulnerability, and formally retire it. Second, mandate the switch to an AI-driven continuous training model across the entire organization. And third, and this is key, stop accepting completion rates as a measure of success. Demand real behavioral metrics from your CISO that actually map to risk reduction.
Look, the message here could not be clearer. Sticking with the old, outdated model isn't just a passive choice anymore. It's an active decision to accept an incredible and frankly unacceptable level of risk. The cost of doing nothing is material, and the organization has a duty to move past the illusion of compliance and into a state of true, measurable resilience. Which brings us to our final thought. For decades, we've all seen security training as just another IT request, something buried deep in a budget line. That era is officially over. In a world of automated, AI-powered threats, ensuring your human firewall is as strong and sophisticated as your technical one isn't a choice anymore. It is a core fiduciary imperative.